Hey everyone, welcome back. So we're going to do a quick midday update here. We have obviously the information from the markets, what's going on. Bitcoin's up a little bit right now. It was down way more, but it's not in the green yet. So we'll take a look at that really quick. We'll also take a look at CORZ Scientific. They provided their production updates for September. Well, they're down a little bit, so we'll get into that as well. So as always, not financial advice. You guys know the drill here. I'm investing in flying coins and companies for full disclosure. And if you enjoy this type of content, please hit the like button, subscribe. Helps me out tremendously. Do the notification bell as well, because I'm going to be putting out a bunch of videos here coming out in the next couple of weeks with all the miners providing their operation updates for September. All right, so let's take a look at the markets here really quick. S&P is down 0.61, Dow Jones is down 0.38, and NASDAQ is down 0.95%. So things are down in the markets. Bitcoin was down also today, but it is bouncing right now. So we did come to a low of 19,750 today. This was right around 9 o'clock this morning. We have been since then kind of bouncing up a little bit, which is a good sign. If you look at the, let's take a look at the RSI here on the 1 hour chart. We bottomed here at 38 here. Last time we were right around this range was on October 2nd. And that time the price was at 19,092. So we've obviously gone up about over $1,000 in price since then. So that's a good sign there. Or almost 900, I would say, dollars at those 2 points. My concern now is obviously the price is actually going up pretty high and pretty fast here on the 1 hour chart, which makes me a little bit worried that we might be getting into a trend reversal, but we'll have to see. With the RSI being at 60 right now, last time we were here was this morning, and we are pretty close to that same price point. So what we want to see is slow and steady growth up instead of these huge spikes here. Those are the ones that worry me the most, and those are usually when we see a reversal going from bullish to bearish. So that is something that I don't want to see. Ethereum is at 1,354. It's down 0.57%. Bitcoin is down 0.49%. Let's take a look at, where was it here? CORZ. CORZ is actually down today. If we look at the daily chart, no, actually it's still down. It's down 5.59% to $1.61. It had a nice day yesterday. It was up 24% yesterday to $1.70. So it's obviously down a little bit here right now. But with Bitcoin coming back up, that may reverse here along with some of the other miners as well. Okay, so let's take a look at CORZ update here. So September update is as follows. Here's a quote from them. So we continue growing our infrastructure and operating servers in September. Bitcoin production was impacted across the company's data centers due to several unique circumstances, including severe weather events and electrical equipment manufacturer defects. That's kind of interesting. That's one of the first ones I've seen that has had defects. I'm guessing those are probably their power panels or breaker panels, possibly something like that. But we'll maybe get some more details later on. Data centers, self-mining is what we're really interested in here. So they produced 1,213 Bitcoins. Obviously, that still keeps them at the number one spot for the Bitcoin miners. Average of 40.4 Bitcoins per day, which is really good. The company expanded its fleet of self-mining servers during the month of September to approximately 130,000, increasing hash rate to approximately 13 exahash. They are the biggest dog here in the miners. The company expects to deploy approximately 38,000 additional self-mining ASIC servers before the end of the year. That would get them to an additional 3.8 exahash. So that would get them to 16.8 by the end of the year if that happens. So huge growth there. Colocation, not really interested in that. Bitcoin sales and liquidity. So during the month of September, the company sold 1,576 Bitcoin at an average price of 20,460 per Bitcoin for total proceeds of approximately 32.2 million. Which is good. Obviously, they have a lot of debt they need to pay down, so that's good. As of September 30th, 2022, the company held 1,051 Bitcoins and approximately 29.5 million in cash. So they are obviously trying to pay down some of that debt that they do have. Grid support. So in the month of September, the company powered down its Texas and other data center operations on several occasions for total curtailment of 8,774 megawatt hours. So they were shut down for a little bit, so that's why they had actually less Bitcoin mined in September than they did in August. But we'll take a look at the numbers here. Okay, so CORZ Scientific is obviously the biggest miner here that we have. They have 356 million shares outstanding. Current stock price is $1.61. Market cap is 573 million, which is really undervalued in my opinion. But they do have a lot of debt, so I think there's some trepidation as far as on investors to invest because of all the debt. Looking at their numbers, so currently hash rate of 13 exahash, future hash rate of about 17.2 exahash. They're about 75% operational, 32% left of growth in that. And their average per miner is about 99 terahash right now. HODL, BTC HODL is 1,051 currently. Value is at 20 million roughly. 3.59% of their market cap is basically HODL position, so that's pretty low, which is good. And each share has about 6 cents of HODL, which is also good. Now, looking at their production here, they did mine in August 1,334 BTC, in September 1,213. That is a 9% decrease, 121 less in that time frame. And we'll take a look at the reasons why for it. One of them obviously was the curtailment electricity, and obviously September being a shorter month than August was. They did install about 310 petahash of hash rate in September, and it also brought down their BTC per petahash efficiency down to 0.093, and that's because of the shutting down the miners during curtailment and getting miners installed as well. That also contributes to it as well. Now, the only difference is I have them selling 1,571 Bitcoin based on them having 1,409 in August, at the end of August, and now having mined what they mined, plus what they actually have now left over. I have them at 1,571. They reported 1,578, I believe. Let's take a look. They sold, let's see, what did they sell? Was down here. 1,576 is what they sold. So I'm off by 5 someplace. I don't know exactly where, but we're off on that one. Either I'm off or they're off. So that's the production update there. What we got installed in September was these 1,000 terahash miners, 1,100 terahash miners, 3,010 of those. They got us to about 130,820 miners. I have them sitting at to get to 13 exahash, which is what they reported as well. They didn't provide exact numbers. They provided approximate numbers. Excuse me. Let's see here. In October, revenue-wise, we're looking at 24 million roughly in revenue based on the amount of BTC that they mined and using the average Bitcoin price for the month of September. That got us to obviously 24 million here. If they mine for the full month of October, they're looking to be about 34 million with just everything that they have here. That's if they do it. They also were mining for about 21.2 days, so about 8.8 days less than they should have possibly been mining for. But we also saw this in August where they were down 25 days. So obviously more days down here where they weren't operating compared to August. That's why it also produced less Bitcoin for them. Let's see. So those are the numbers that we have there. Institutions continue to increase, which is quite nice. So you can see here over the last couple of months that they basically were in May at 83 institutions, in June 115, July 117, August was 140, September was 175, and then now in October, beginning of October, we have 178. Percentage of millions of shares by institutions is 70.42 million right now, and it's 19.71%. So a huge increase here over the last 6 months or so for them. We also have one added strong buy rating from analysts from 2 to 3, and two buy ratings added also from 4 to 6 this time around. Price targets are still pretty much the same, down a little bit here on average and low. High is at $10, which was the same prior. Average is $5.97, down from $7.17, and low is at $3, down from $4 prior month as well. Excuse me. So looking at the numbers that we do have for them, let's take a look at what they could actually be mining for this quarter. Quarter is going to be about 80 million right now based on the information that we do have. They were at 101 million in Q2. Q1 was so far their best one that we have recorded here, 136 million roughly, or 133, and 109 million in Q2. This was the actual reported. We're looking at 80, so hopefully we'll be close to that, but we'll see. Obviously, those numbers are going to come out in the next 4 to 6 weeks when they publish those, what they actually mined. Oops, didn't want to go there. So we're looking at a combined total here for the last 3 quarters of 310 million plus this current quarter of 80 million. So that's a combined total of 390 million using 50% net income from gross revenue. We're looking at 195 million roughly and a PE of 20. That'll get us to about $10.96. That's definitely on their higher end of analysts' expectations. And if we use 75%, which right now I don't think they are that efficient, I think obviously with electricity costs and everything else, but they are curtailing, so they might be getting credits. So it might get them closer, maybe somewhere between 75 and 50% net income from gross revenue. So somewhere between $10 and $16, I think, is a fair value for them right now with a PE of 20. Obviously, once Bitcoin starts going back up, they could be up much higher. Their 52-week high was $14.98, so it's obviously possible for them to get to that point as well. But it all depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts going back up to 30,000s, 40,000s, 50,000s, then obviously all of these miners, along with Core, are going to do really well here. But that is it, I believe. I think I provided you guys with everything. They are at 22.5 for total hosting and self-mining hash rate. Yeah, I believe that is it. So overall, nice to see them continuing to grow their hash rate. Obviously, they had curtailment issues and electricity components issues as well. That obviously took down their mining days down, which obviously led to them mining less. Now, going forward into October, November, and December, which are cooler months, I'm hoping that they will be able to mine for those particular months the whole time. If that is the case, I could see them easily getting to about 1.5 thousand Bitcoin during that time frame, even a little bit higher, depending on network hash rate and the difficulty as well. But they got so many miners, I'm sure they're going to be able to reach that one of those months at least, if not 2 of the months. So that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe, helps me out tremendously. Spreadsheets available to my Patreon members as always. Thank you to everyone there for their continued support. Love you all. Hope you guys have a great day. We'll do another video after the stocks close for the day. We'll see if anybody else provides any updates for the September, and we'll cover it there. So have a great day, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.